Don't. Don't care.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hot Shot Sports Talk. I'm Willie G. That's Dustin Murr, and we're here to talk about everything we missed in 3 weeks. I don't know, we don't miss anything. We don't miss anything. Dustin, how are you doing, man? How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a long 3 weeks. A lot of things happening.
Hey, you know what? Nobody's paying us to do this yet, so hey, whatever. We put them out when we put them out.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say to start the show off is congrats again to Melissa Ingersoll, our winner of our $300 giveaway. Just for being a subscriber, she won $300. And you know what she bought with that $300? A nice freaking mic and black on black freak. So sweet.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And so
Hell yeah.
congrats again to Melissa for winning that. I can't wait to see the picture you send us when you actually get your bat there. We're going to talk
Nice.
about this week. We're going to talk about men's C in Anchorage and the Matsu, the state of
We're
men's
about
C, see where we're at.
we're about halfway through, so
About
it's like
halfway through. We talked Fairbanks ball, but neither of us played Fairbanks, and man, I don't remember the last time one of them won a state tournament. But
I think they have a guy talk about Fairbanks ball, so that's
yeah,
good.
that's
We
good.
need that.
Yeah, and so yeah, and then we're gonna talk about MLB and what's going on, and suspensions, and just no hitters in the league, hitters in the
Lots
league.
of lots of sticky stuff.
There's a lot of
Lots of
sticky
sticky
things.
stuff.
And rosin's a thing in the league. They give it to you on the mound. How do you feel about that, Dustin? Let's go right into that. How do you feel about that?
Okay. So here, coming as a pitcher, I pitch and I pitched at almost every level except for major league level or MLB. So rosin was always available.
Oh, we're having some technical difficulties here.
I'm good.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Go ahead.
3 rules. You can't spit on it. You can't put pine tar on it, and you can't put any like weird like
Vaseline,
gluey
something.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like you can't put anything on your hands that you can't wipe off. So rosin's basically like chalk. So it just dries your hands out so you get a better grip on the ball, which is fine.
Well, rosin mixed with sweat creates a sticky, tacky substance. Trevor Bauer just a couple days ago
I mean,
in
kinda,
a dugout.
but
Well, Trevor Bauer was in a dugout, not pitching that day, showing a ball sticking to his hand flat, and he said, "This is nothing but rosin and sweat right here." Holding a ball, and he said he would get tossed if he did that while he was pitching. You know what I'm saying? So.
I've never got that sweaty.
But there are guys out there. You
I
play in Atlanta,
Yeah.
it's 95. It's gonna be dank outside. So
Yeah, I played in Alaska, and I played a little bit in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Tulsa was hot, but
Wasn't
I
humid.
I never experienced where I could make a ball stick to my hand with rosin. You got to really load up with the rosin because the rosin's supposed to kind of dry you out. Because when your hand, like sweat comes down your arm, and you're like trying to get a good grip on a
Trevor
curveball
Bauer's
or a
been
slider.
saying for years, like that's I keep going to Trevor Bauer because I really feel like for years now he's been saying, "Hey, what the hell with the sticky substance? Are we going to enforce the rule or are we not going to enforce the rule?" And he even said, "Hey, I can get an extra 500, spin rate on my ball
I
by
wouldn't say 500,
that."
but
That's what he
you could
said. That's what.
get.
So, well, it goes to show though. So
Yeah.
before, as he started going through, and he had the and his spin rate earlier in his career was right around 2,500, and he only hit like 6 pitches in a season over 3,000. This year
Yeah.
alone, he's already at over 50 pitches over 3,000. So, and all of his pitches are up there in the 28s and 29s now. So
But he hasn't got popped.
he hasn't got popped. I can't wait till they search him. Oh my goodness. The memes right now are
Uh,
amazing. The memes around baseball are just awesome.
uh,
So this is good. It's buzz around a boring sport for the most part to most people,
by, by far there's two of my favorite investigations on a ball player, and the first one is Max Scherzer, who Joe Girardi
Dude,
coming in
F
as a
him,
Phillies
dude.
manager. And he's like, I want Max Scherzer, and he did it like 3 times, and like Max Scherzer is like, we all know Max Scherzer. He's like
You want to
one
touch
of
my
those
hand?
dudes. It's
You want
like
to touch my
he's
hand?
like, dude, no, you want to touch my hands? You want to touch my face? You want to touch my hair? He's like, dude, he was ready to pull his pants down.
Dude,
And
how about that
you
poor
get the
umpire that had to touch his head? The guy that has to actually, the guy is getting
he's-
paid. He's an MLB umpire. He literally has to go out there and give this thin hair, balding ass, gross, sweaty head a rub. And he does it
in
2
his
hands. He's
hand.
got to go through it to make sure. Ugh,
Oh, man.
dude,
It's so good.
gross.
It's so good.
Gross.
And Joe Girardi made that happen 3 times.
And then gets
the other
ejected
dude-
because the dude on the other team's yomping at him. It's so good.
Yeah. And Scherzer was straight up, or I think it was Kershaw. He came out and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna be honest. If a manager calls me out 3 times, he should be fined, or like, like obviously I ain't got shit on me in
He
the first
slows-
inning, the third
slows
inning,
the
or the
game
fifth
down.
inning.
Slows the game down.
Yeah.
He should be fined. At least he got
Yeah.
tossed. The umpire should have tossed him. That's the umpires, the judge. They got to say all on that. If you do it for a third time, that's being I can't think of the word right now, but
Egregious.
egregious. There we go. That's being very egregious towards
Egregious
a
is the
simple
word.
rule. Okay, do it to the reliever that comes in after him. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it to the closer. Hit all 3 of those pitchers. Okay, if that's what you're trying to do. But to try and rattle Scherzer, who wasn't rattled, he was pissed.
No.
It gave him that Randy Johnson kind of
You-
look to his face, if you ask me.
You can't rattle Scherzer. That's
No.
why. He's got 2 different colored eyes. Are you kidding me? That guy can't be rattled. He's been rattled his whole life. He doesn't have the same colored eyes.
Right.
Good
All
boy.
right. Now go into the second one. Let's hear what your second one was.
The second one was a dude. I think he was from the Royals. I may be wrong. Might have been. It was a blue-colored team. Okay, give me a break. I can't follow all of baseball this summer of Alaska that we've been having because it's like you gotta be outside doing other things. But he straight up unbuckled his pants and like going. He was
Hey.
like, "What up? You want to hog on this? Let's go." It's like, oh man,
Well,
that was.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
It's
Now-
like, and it's when's it gonna stop? Or
I don't
when's
think
it
it's
gonna
gonna
like?
stop or slow down, and I think the MLB is doing it to make a point of pitchers adding substances, and they can't. So what? And it's the team too now. So we've had a suspension. Now it was
Yes.
Santiago, the pitcher for the Mariners. Okay, they found rosin on his glove side.
Right.
Okay, illegal.
So you can't do that. It can
Can't
never
do
touch
that.
your glove.
And so,
It's
but
pop.
the Mariners, he doesn't.
Throwing hand only.
So he gets ejected and he got suspended, okay, for a start. And the Mariners obviously cannot fill that spot that's on the roster. And yeah,
Uh,
even though he's
Sorry.
suspended. And so like
Yeah.
that, and that's fine. That's pretty much the way things go. But then I watched a game earlier this year. I even posted onto my Facebook about it. I posted a picture because I hit a shot of it. I hit a screenshot. I was watching it on my computer, screenshot it, and zoomed in and posted it on my Facebook of a different Mariners pitcher with clear pine tar, dude, a solid substance on his bill, and he won. And I was like, yeah, the win's great, but this is kind of some bullshit. And we got guys out there that put pine tar on their neck, and it's like,
It's
man,
happened before.
it
It's
has
happened before
yeah.
where I feel like I can't name names.
Have you
but
ever felt
it's
that
it's
the
definitely
need
it's
to
definitely been like, oh, here you go, and like it's like you get it, and it's like egregious, like we were saying, like where it's just like it's so obvious.
Oh, what
Like,
was
what
the
do you
dude
do?
had it on his forearm a couple years ago? Pineda or something like that. I forget who the hell it was. He had it on his
Okay.
forearm, and it was like, clearly not your skin color, my dude.
Yeah.
uh,
That ain't tanning lotion, dog, and it's
yeah.
sunny.
Oh yeah. And it's sunny. And so I don't know. I thought hopefully MLB cracks down on it. I'm all about the fair play and abiding by the rules. They give you a rosin bag and they give you some sweat and it's sticky on your palm. Fine. They gave it to you. That's what you get to use. You know. As far as taking a substance, a spray or something, an invisible spray that you might put on your glove, it's a little tacky. Uh, in the
Are they doing
dugout,
like so?
there's
So
a
the
there's a
stuff they're like,
substance. There's a substance going around the league that's you know
right, so
concocted.
they're doing like it's like a super glue clear thing. Garrett Cole, uh, he was like questioned about it, got popped for it, and it's
Yeah.
like how did they come up with this? Like
Eh,
what? Like
well,
I mean,
the old adage,
you're
if you're
Garrett
not
Cole,
if
man.
you're not cheating, you're not trying. And some people play by that rule. I personally don't, and I don't care for players that do.
I,
Um,
I want to see straight up the banging on trash cans versus the sticky substance. I want to see who wins. That's it.
oh, any sticky substance?
Yes. Okay. Sticky substance
Ooh,
versus banging on trash cans and
I don't
knowing
know.
what pitch is coming.
I think if you give Clayton Kershaw or Jake DeGrom the fucking sticky substance, I don't give a fuck if they know what pitch is coming. They could have known 2 weeks in advance what pitch was coming. Okay, and
They
there's
had batting practice.
dude,
4
there is
days.
no way in hell they touch those pitchers. No way. DeGrom's
I
cutter,
agree.
DeGrom's backdoor cut that his fastball's got on it. You imagine
Yeah.
how far outside he'd be able to throw that and have it come back in?
Like,
Suck!
later.
Like,
Hey,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
that's
don't think the batters don't stand a chance. That's why Mariano Rivera was so good.
hey,
What
two
pitch is
pitches.
coming,
Two pitches.
and he's gonna
Yeah.
zip him. He's gonna zip him by you. Okay.
Yeah.
And when he throws the changeup, you're gonna look silly, basically.
Yep. So I think that the whole thing it needs to be stopped, obviously, but I think a lot of the great pitchers aren't using it. So Jake DeGrom is hitting better than his entire team, and he's keeping every other team under the ERA that he
I think it's a lot
like
of pitchers that are
sets himself.
trying to get there, trying to be there. All the everyday guy trying to. Oh, we're having some internet issues. Oh, again. Oh, we apologize. It's on its way back. Discord's coming back. This is some BS.
Try
that keeps
to
happening.
do something extra to make it happen, and that's what's happening. And you got to get the mid-level pitchers to get the elite level pitchers that are like, hey, I can kind of use this, and they not
Yeah,
kind of using it.
I don't think it's the spotlight guys. You know, I don't think CC was out there dabbing shit and ripping balls. You
No.
know, you never saw Pedro Martinez. I don't think he was out there putting substances on
Nope.
balls.
Nope.
Two
I'm going to the bathroom, by the way.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, I'll hold the convo. So yeah, and both those guys are two completely different body types, two completely different style pitchers, windups, everything, and they throw similar. And I never thought either one of them was cheating. So when I think it's more the guys just trying to come up and trying to get their spot in the rotation. Guys that maybe feel like they might have lost their stuff. They don't got their heat. Their curveball's not coming over the top the way it used to. However it is. But yeah, I think that
I agree 100%, but I think that the guys at the higher levels that are trying to stay at the higher levels and be an ace on a team, Eric Cole got popped, right?
yeah,
And
oh yeah.
he was using it. And it's like,
Well, he's in line right now to be. Oh, we have another freeze up. Having all sorts of issues today. As you can see, hey yo, I'm out camping right now, so we're doing this from the camper.
right, I like the camper. But you see, like Garrett Cole, like, he just signed a big ass contract, and it's like, man, you
You're in
don't
the
need to do it.
spotlight. You're in
Like-
the spotlight, dude. Like that's what it comes down to.
And but right across the subway, Jake DeGrom's like,
Let me,
what?
yeah, let me show
Don't
you
need
how a real pro does this. Let me show you how a real pro does this.
That dude
He's
don't even touch a rosin bag half the time.
ERA
Man.
under
Like,
one.
Jake DeGrom's just
That's because he's
nasty.
got something on his fingers. He was born with like web fingers or some shit. No.
Just
he's
the kind that throw 100 miles an hour.
Well, let's switch our talk over to the other side of the plate here. Let's do a 180 and talk about your boy Otani.
Mins.
No. Oh no, we got some ball to
Oh,
talk.
we're going to Otani?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going
So
to Otani.
we got to go to the other side of
Okay.
the plate. We got to talk Otani. The guy in the last 2 weeks is out of his freaking mind. Okay. He's
MVP of the AL. MVP of the AL.
I don't know. He's got
There's
10 home runs in the last 2 weeks and 14 strikeouts.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Now he's got a 3.
I'll take HRs.
He's got a 3-1 record. He's only batting 278 when he is batting. Okay.
Only 278. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well,
He's almost
it's not
300.
a bad thing.
He's
guy-
a base hit. He's a base hit. What about what about his OPS? His OPS is like 996.
He's third in the league in OPS, and it's 1078. He's third in the AL right now.
So it's over a
Yeah.
1,000%.
There's a guy out
Okay.
there. There's a guy out there doing it a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball. Actually, kind of a lot.
And
better.
who is it?
Well, his name's
You say
Vladimir
Mariner, I swear to
Guerrero
God.
Jr.
Yeah, dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, he is awesome. But he's making a push for a triple crown right now in the AL. That's why I say Ohtani, yeah, dude, I would
Ugh.
give it to Ohtani. It seems like almost any other year. Okay, and maybe over a couple of
Any
these.
other year, he's on both sides of the
Well,
ball.
but
He's
I'm saying
pitching, he's
he
hitting.
plays with a guy named Mike Trout, who's pretty much unanimously won the award like the last 4 years in a row in AL or some crap, whatever it
Not
is.
this year, baby.
But so that's what I'm saying. In a year where Ohtani would win that award over a Mike Trout year for the most part, he's got some serious competition with Vlad Guerrero Jr. So he has 2 more home runs than Jr. Okay, 28 to 26. But Vlad Guerrero Jr. is hitting 344,
Right.
most hits in the league, with
That's
66 and leading the league in RBIs. 66 in the AL. Okay.
he's. But is he striking guys out?
That's
it.
that's what
Like,
I'm saying. So that's where our
that's
conversation
it,
comes in.
man.
That's the big debate. Also,
First to do it since
Ohtani
Babe Ruth, dude.
Ohtani runs the
First to
bases
do
a
it since
bit.
Babe Ruth.
Ohtani runs the bases a bit better than Junior. Okay, he's got 11 stolen
Well, I'd
bases on the
say, yeah.
season already.
Oh.
Now I have coined this nickname for Ohtani. He is the Terminator. Okay, I'm calling it right now.
Terminator. Okay. All right.
The
You heard it
way
here first.
the way the guy operates, the way he gets up to the plate, his swing looks mechanical. He looks like a robot when he's swinging.
Right.
You know, and that's not a bad thing, because the guy's
He
a
remind-
mammoth. Yeah, he's a mammoth of a
Okay.
human being.
So what he reminds me of, and this is probably goes back to like Korean baseball, Asia leagues.
Mr.
He
3000.
reminds me of
No.
is a big badass Ichiro. Like that's what he reminds me of.
Like a
Like, his
giant
swing.
badass Ichiro.
Yeah, and Ichiro was kind of a badass. So he reminds me of that in the way that he swings the bat effortlessly, because Ichiro had that swing where it was just like he just stepped into it and it just like let the like.
It was pretty.
just-
So while Ichiro, who was an amazing hitter and spray chart anywhere he wanted to, he really could put the ball anywhere he wanted to, and we saw that
Yeah.
with his gameplay and his 10 straight or 9 straight 200 hit seasons. But it
Yeah.
was kind of frustrating as a Mariners fan who goes to, I had 2 years of season tickets, so I go every game that I could. And
How-
you go and
How
you get there.
frustrated does
You get there.
Angels.
Well, you get there early for BP and stuff, and you watch Ichiro, and each time at BP he decides, okay, we'll watch this. Hey guys, I see y'all out there hitting home runs. Watch this, and he literally just drops 12 in a row or whatever it is out of the park. Like, look, I could do that too. I could do that too.
Yeah.
And it seemed frustrating for Mariners fans a lot of the time when you're like situational. You're like, well, yeah, there's a guy on first and third, and man, a double does bring in 2, but you've already shown us that you could will pop one out. So please just go do that. Fire up these fans, And he was a small ball guy, and that's appreciative.
Yeah, I
It-
don't.
could be
Yeah, I
frustrating.
don't. And I think Otani takes that small ball out of it, where he's just like, you're gonna get one of two things out of Otani. You're gonna get a hard hit ball 450 feet,
Right.
or you're gonna get a K, but he's gonna produce 6 Ks or 7 Ks in a start. He's the first one to not DH in the history of NL versus AL. Like,
Yeah, in
DHing.
an
He's
AL
he's hitting
game.
for-
In an AL
Yeah,
game,
he's like,
an
"I'm gonna
NL
hit for
team,
myself."
an NL team took the DH, and the AL team
Yeah.
didn't in an AL home
It's
game.
like, can
I
you
think-
believe?
Well, I think
Like,
that
I
settles.
wouldn't
Remember,
take it either.
I think our last show you brought it up. Does an AL team have to have a DH? And I think that
Well,
answers the
apparently
question
not.
is no. The dude can literally hit when he's pitching.
Because I've never seen it before.
Right.
interleague play. I thought for sure, or just in AL in general.
The
I
dude's
always thought,
amazing.
I was like,
The
that's
dude's
all I've seen.
absolutely amazing. But I could
Yeah,
also make the
he
argument
is
for
the AL
no way.
MVP,
Not
and I
right
will
now.
bet you right now, $100, AL
Ooh.
MVP, Shohei Ohtani. Let's go.
Oh my
100 bucks.
gosh, dude, that's not even fair because everybody's all
Vlad,
up on his
Vlad,
job.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. could go triple crown, but he still will lose to Shohei Ohtani because he throws
I will
a
only
ton
take
of
that. I
strikeouts.
will only take that bet if you give me the stipulation that if Vlad wins the Triple Crown and loses the MVP.
Deal. I'll
Deal?
take that bet.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That's a C note.
yeah, $100.
Yep,
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
absolutely.
down.
That
If he gets triple crown, it'll probably be the first time ever that someone wins the triple crown
I'm gonna
and loses
actually
the
I'm gonna write
MVP.
this down because
Yeah,
we already
yeah.
made a bet on football that I don't remember.
I was
So
pretty
yeah,
heavy on the Detroit.
$100.
I was heavy on the Detroit Lions for a minute, but I'm not bringing that bet up again because you don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was. It was the Detroit
No,
Lions and
no, we ain't going there.
the Packers aren't winning the division or some shit like that.
Yeah. Jared Goff's gonna come in and destroy the AFC or NFC North.
All
Yeah,
right, it's in the
maybe.
book. It's in the book right there. $100. But he has to be a triple
$100.
crown.
Otani over Vlad Guerrero, but Guerrero's got to win the triple crown
And
and lose.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
that's a good bet.
That's a
Do I
solid.
owe you the $100 if he doesn't get the triple crown and he loses?
No.
'Cause that's the thing.
No,
Okay,
no,
yeah,
no,
so,
no.
like,
That would be
if he doesn't
that would
get
make it a wash. That would be a wash.
yeah, because if he doesn't get the triple crown, then it's just
Right. Yeah, no. He's got to get the triple crown and the MVP. I think that would make that's my argument that's what would put him into the MVP. So yeah, he would
I
have
agree.
to do that. All right. We got it in. It's in the books. That's a hot shot coming your way, everybody. So $100. Now let's move on. Let's talk about some men's C League softball, Anchorage, Wasilla. I've got a couple things I want to bring up with you. How is your team 0-10?
Oh, you just call me out like that.
My team is not much better, and we'll get into that too.
Okay, so how it works? I gotta say bye to a friend.
Bye, friend.
Bye, friend. So what happens in men's league when we get to an age that we're at? There's a lot of other things that come into play, and we can't always be the tournament team that we should be. We took fourth at Pot of Gold. We played really, really well, but we lost by 1 to WWDS, and they're
pretty darn good.
probably good.
Top four.
They're like, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I go like top 4, Far North, Wetsu, Paisanos, WWDS all day. Those are my top 4 in Anchorage right now.
Not by record right now, but
just,
yeah, I could see that. Not by record, but yeah.
And in a league play, it's not as I've learned. This is my second
Regular
year.
season's not as serious. Nobody really takes it as serious.
Yeah, and I really feel like guys.
So
like it's like you show up, you do it, you try, and like we do it with what we got. I mean, I've missed 2-3 weeks with Zeke's little league stuff going on. Like I couldn't make it, and then other guys have. I mean, Taylor Reed, our shortstop, he's an integral part to our defense and a great bat. It's like when he's not there, that's a thing, so I'm learning a tournament team. So
So,
that's
well, the regular
I
season in Wasilla started to mean something this year. So we only have 4 more weeks of league in Wasilla.
okay.
We only have 4 more weeks of league, and then apparently they're gonna run. And I could be wrong on this, but this is what was understood. I had a talk with my manager Derek the other night, and what's understood is they're gonna take the top 4 teams in the league and have a playoff at the end of the season each week leading up to it, to before state, and all the other teams just don't get games, and instead of
So
and
you don't go to state at all if
No,
you don't.
we'll go to state. Everybody gets a chance to go to state, regardless.
Right. Okay.
But we're just
I
saying
was
as
gonna say.
far as
That's weird.
we paying into a league and then not getting to play the last 2 weeks of the league because you weren't in the top 4 teams.
Okay.
So everybody, it seems like everybody leading up to state tournament is getting shorted for competitive games because that's usually, you want everybody to show up. You want to start really gelling as a team before state. Um, and so it seems like they're almost shorting the teams that didn't make the top 4 a chance at being competitive. Hey, baby girl, being competitive into uh going into state. So I think that kind of is hindering some of the teams. And
Well,
we're
I
right
think
at 4th place.
I mean so you can take that argument and then you can take it right out of the door and throw the fucking ball away because honestly, Mama's boys, we hadn't won a league game at all, and we
Right.
walked into that pot of gold tournament with our whole team, and we balled out, and
So,
like,
but
and
now,
that's the
I
difference.
understand that. I understand that. But now take that same team, okay, and have 2 weeks, which ultimately turns into 3 full weeks
Where you
before
have off.
where you have off. You haven't seen your teammates. You're not rooting each other on. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not having that camaraderie going right into state. So
Yeah, I could
y-
I could
it,
see that
that would hurt your
posing a
team.
problem.
Going into state, you still need the exercise. You need the memory, the muscle memory on reading balls going into the outfield, into the infield, everything. So I feel like you're hurting teams when you do that, and it's the lesser teams that
Well,
suffer.
absolutely. And what are your options out of that?
Well, to do it like they did it before, where everybody's still you always have a chance to get in and just play your league games going right into state tournament week. You know what I mean? Usually
I
the
mean,
last week before state tournament was always for makeup games.
our representation for league games is absolute trash, but I
Oh no.
still think that we are one of the top 10 teams in the
Right.
state for league play, or not league play, but tournament play when everybody shows up. So I feel
Well,
like league play has got to
it's got to
like
mean
it's
something, is
supposed
what
to
you're
count.
saying.
It's got to mean something, but it also kind of doesn't
Well, here's
because
what I'm saying is still have that 4 team playoff, but schedule games for the rest of the teams that paid for their season. You know what I'm saying? Like have those guys
oh,
have a
absolutely.
yeah, let those guys still play games, not just show up and hey, you want to scrimmage this week? Like no, they should have umpired games. They paid like everybody else.
Yeah, they paid for the whole season. That seems
Exactly.
ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like
If I was in
you
first
gotta
place, I wouldn't really care. I'd be like, it's your guys' problem, but I'm in 4th place and, on the rail.
and yeah. Well, I mean, if it's coming down to that, it's like I mean, if
Well,
we base it off,
we're tied with Hit Squad in 4th place. Okay, 6-6.
And that's a good squad.
We're 5-5. The new team in the league. The new team that got put together was a combination of Hit Squad, Bin, and Hua members. Um,
Okay.
they put together a team under the name Pristine Woodworking, and they're 9-1 in the
Yeah.
league. They're really good.
That's Willie, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's my boss's team.
Yeah,
It's I work for Charlie Graydon.
yeah.
And it's good to hear that they're balling out.
Oh, does he own Pristine Woodworking?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Easy.
he's actually a really nice guy. I met him. He came up, introduced himself to me 2 weeks ago, and really nice guy. Had nothing but kind words to say about you too as well. But their team's currently 9-1, and
Yeah.
they're really good. We've had some pretty close games against them ourselves. Um, the bottom end of the barrel, like we're showing out for Talkeetna, and we're only at 500. We're the top Talkeetna team. The Dingoes are third from last, and the Black and Blue are the old Spurs. They changed their name. Tailored Restoration is sponsoring them now, so they went to the Black and Blue. And the Spurs are 3
So
and 7.
so that's right there the difference in league play. It's
Yeah,
like that Hit Squad puts together a tournament team that would blow Pristine Woodwork, sorry boss, out of the water.
I don't think so.
Like,
Not if you
and
saw them
that's
playing. I think our
we beat them in pot of gold by 10 runs.
Hit Squad,
It's no, we beat Pristine
Pristine
Woodwork.
Woodworking. Oh man.
Yeah, so it's like, so it's all about tournament play. I've learned this, like, boom, revelation. It's all about who just shows up. Like, league play doesn't matter. I ran into a fence this year in league play, and everybody was like, "You're retarded.
So
Don't try that hard."
the
And I'm
big
like, "What? I try this hard all the time." But
hey,
when
hustle's
you
free.
get to tournament play,
Hustle's free.
everything changes. So it's like, Hit Squad's gonna pick up Kyle Quigg and he's like, I think Full Wider play with them for Pot of Gold? Like, Pot of Gold, they had a squad, dude.
Yeah, I think that
I watched Kyle Quigg hit, like, that guy just hits laser beams. Like, I don't
yeah, it's
understand it. Like,
outrageous.
it's like gone. Kyle Quigg. Yeah, I'm restricted.
Yeah,
It's spotted
he
at
also
6.
towers
His,
over me
his spots,
by like 5 inches. He outweighs me by probably like 30 pounds, and I'm fat. So
and he's like athletic.
yeah,
Right, it's like, all right, Kyle, what do you do in the off season? And he's like, well, it's the on season. I just hit bums, and I'm hoping that that's right. It's just like he's just like, zoop, laser,
But let's give
laser,
some major shout
and he
outs.
pitches, and he pitches,
Oh
and
yeah.
he pitches,
Well,
and like that's like, I mean, you get a pitcher that can hit on demand bombs,
yeah,
or
like me.
place it.
Like geez.
Yeah, Willie in Talkeetna maybe, but not today.
So let's give a shout out here. Far North is undefeated at 8-0.
Yep.
Okay, impressive.
Yep.
Impressive. Uh,
Yes.
Wet Sioux has a record of 9-1. That's also
Yes.
equally impressive. Now on the
Yep.
flip side in the valley, we've got Pristine Woodworking at 9-1 and Green Degree in second place, tied for second place, but they take the tiebreaker because of the run differential. But they're tied
Okay.
with Ben, but they get second place. They're both 8-4. And Green Degree in the Valley's kind of surprised a lot of people. The way
Yeah, they're kind of
their team is
like a
playing.
ragtag. They're kind
Yeah,
of a ragtag, like they kind of just like kind of came together and like, what?
I tell you what, we were playing against them a couple
Green
weeks
today.
ago.
Green Degree.
Their
Uh,
pitcher took a line drive off the knee, like square off the knee, was down for a couple minutes, got up, and continued the game. Quite impressive. So, also another shout out to my valley is RUI and Coed is 10-0 in
Yeah.
Coed. So that's awesome to hear. Hopefully they'll be able to put out some good tournament performances, and hopefully they'll do well at state. Just rooting for my Valley peeps. Anything else you'd like to get in, Dustin? About the men's? How is? I think
And
I think I kind of gotta take a jab at the Cook Inlet Brew Crew. Um, who
that's,
who the hell?
that's like a
Who?
co.
No, it's a men's team. It's an all men's D League team. Who the hell you guys think you are? Who do you
Well, I
who do,
mean,
who do you think you are? There's already a brew crew in the state, okay? And we'll play you guys anytime, any field, anywhere for the name.
it's
Mid,
not. It's
we'll
not
do it.
us. It's
We,
not us. It's
it's
not. We made this bet earlier in the season, right? So we're like, all right, we'll play for colors and
no,
mugshot.
it's
But
not
now,
Mama's boys. No, it's not Mama's boys.
but now I'm like, dude, I'm actually kind of thankful. I'm like, dude, I didn't want to beat your guys' ass. You know, I didn't want to like just wreck you fools and just be like, oh, you get the old colors that you get. Now you got a D team that you can kind of beat up on, you know? Like,
Well, and
I don't know.
we might
You never play
we
him.
might do some
You'll never
beating up.
play him.
Well, you know what? I'm sure somebody's gonna tell them that we challenge them. Like
Okay,
who's the Cook Inlet
so
Brew Crew? We're the Brew Crew.
okay,
We
so
are the Brew
Cook
Crew.
and the Brew Crew, how you challenge them is you put up 2 players, they get 2 players, and you do a home run derby for the colors.
Game over, man. Game freaking
Game
over.
over. No way.
Two players from our team to hit home runs. Dale Bennett and Steve Lawton. Good
Uh,
effing luck.
D team, Brew Crew, guys, you better figure
Yeah,
it out.
y'all better step it up.
I don't know. I'm
I
sorry. I
yeah,
don't know. Like you
you're
don't have
part
to
of it.
take
You
it.
played for us
You're
at one
fine.
point. You're
I
part of
didn't
it.
do anything.
You're totally part
No,
of it. You
no,
co
I ain't
you
hitting home
coerce
runs.
us, yeah.
Are we
Oh
playing
yeah.
in Talkeetna? I'll hit home runs in Talkeetna.
Oh no, I tell you what, boys. Hey, good luck on your season this year, because it'll be the last one that you get as the Cook Inlet Brew Crew. Next year you could be like the Cook Inlet Brew Skis. I don't care, but you can't be the Brew Crew. All right. All
All
right.
right, let's wrap it up.
All right, let's wrap this up. Well, just a couple things to spurt out there. Serena Williams, she'll be out for Wimbledon, hurt her knee. We have a fight coming up on July 10th of Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, number 3. That's a big fight. Um, and Ryan Clark.
McGregor wins.
You say McGregor wins? I think Poirier is gonna dust him up this time. McGregor's old news. He's done. He's so done. And yeah, I think that's just about it. Dustin, where'd you go? Well, that might be the end of it for us today. Everybody, oh,
Look, I
there he
went
is.
peace.
Okay.
I don't
So,
let my dog out.
all right. Well, be sure to subscribe to our videos because you watch them. We make them for you, not for us. And if you're subscribed, you'll be entered to win our $300 giveaway. Giveaway will be on Labor Day in September. So be sure to subscribe. You're entered to win for free. It's free. Free $300. Subscribe. Anything else, Dustin, that I'm missing here?
Man, it's going to be a wild weekend of tournaments. We got
Yeah.
Valdez, we got Kenai, we got
Red, white, and
Hollis's
Brewski.
Red, White, and Brewski. You're coming into town for that. That's
Oh,
exciting.
baby, got a team. Me and my buddy
Yeah,
Randy
I heard.
Millbyer put
Hey,
together a team.
let's talk about that for a second.
Oh
'Cause
man,
I think you put together. You and Randy put together a squad.
yeah, we kind of
So
put together a really good squad.
yeah,
we got myself, Randy Millbyer, Nick Williams, Corey Roberts, Mike Thorne, TL, Ben Stockmall, Dustin Baldwin, Jazz, and Josh Mills.
That's not a full squad. That's not a full squad. What happened to the rest of it?
Oh no, that's a full squad, dude.
Is
And
that 10?
then that's 10.
Oh.
And then I believe we still have a couple other players that I'm missing here. I don't have it
I
written
could
down right
maybe
now.
make it to Sunday.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
put
know.
you. You'll be on as an alternate. You could show up and have some beers with us if I break an ankle or something. Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
Steve.
No,
I totally
pitching.
forgot my MVP, Steve Lawton.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
You
Duh.
put a squad together, man. I think it's gonna be good.
That's right.
Just
Yeah,
make sure
Steve Lawton will be catching for
we're
me.
gonna we're gonna do another episode Friday, and you're watching my dog.
Yeah,
So,
be
at
sure
my
to
house.
be sure to check out our episode on Friday. It'll be out, and check out our short video that we put out of Zeke's recap game. All right, everybody.
Hmm.
I want to say thank you, everybody, all our subscribers. Once again, congratulations to Melissa Ingersoll for winning our giveaway. Dustin, thank you for being the best co-host ever. You rock.
I don't know about that.
All right, guys.
I love you, man.
I love you too, brother. Everybody, once again, this is Hot Shot Sports Talk. Subscribe.